Hi all, good morning. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, let me go for previous class like which I have explained. In the previous class, we have seen about how we can get the list records, and for post also we can see it. For create any record like person, employee, post, something like. For all things that will be just like useful. We are called from the correct component. After getting it, like we have did something like for post ticket, and like that only we need to do for remaining things. Okay, for post something like we need to do like this. Update to do return. This dot our HTTP client dot put this one. This dot our base URL is common plus forward slash. We need to pass our to this forward slash ID. For example, right now I'm passing as one. Some type we need to mention it. Let me call this one. Right now I'm going to explain about reactive forms component also. For that, if you want to implement an reactive forms, we need to import the module called reactive forms module. Put user for to update a history record based on ID. Whereas reactive forms, it is an advanced technique Angular forms. We need to import our reactive forms module. We need to import our reactive forms module. Like where is from this? It is also from our Angular forms. After import and like after registering that one, we can create form group in the two ways. One is with the power. Let me create a simple form group. New form group of new form group of. We need to create the instance. Okay, I need to run the application so that I will get to know like what and all fields are existing in that. I'm running the application. Let's see like to do what and all their ID, title and completed. If you do like this manually, like we need to maintain the manual form controls. This one in the HTML. We need to bind the form control name, ID, title, next is completed. So before the table records, like I have added the, I mean like this CRUD operation related. Let me add one button called yeah to do. Right now, like I haven't downloaded any validations, but so left side is not found group that isn't disabled. Whenever we'll be calling on this to do, like we need to call to the API. For now, let me put the update to do. Click it. On group that get raw value. Get raw value in the sense like it will be coming as JSON. Let me show you guys something like how it will be coming over there. See, this is success. This got updated in the first ID. Like that, this is the put request. This is the put request for updating record. It means like the service in the previous class, like we have seen get by ID, post the record. Now we have seen update also. Now we have seen update also. Just like if you want to patch the particular record, no, whether like only one type of thing, like not other things, that time was like you can do it. Partial update, patch in the sense partial update. It's a patch thing. It's a patch. The same click event. Something like random name calling it. See, now I'm entering the data. See, two records went. One is this is the patch and this is the output. Both the records got success. It means patch in the sense suppose if you want to pass only some partial data. If you don't want to update all the things, suppose if you want to do only partial related things, that time we can easily do with the help of patch related operations. Patch related operations. Okay, that is for the purpose of patch related operations. Okay. No, we have the delete record. For deleting, like we need the ID, return, or this dot http dot client dot delete of or base URL plus ID. We need to call the delete operation from there. Common service dot delete to do. First, like I will create the. This is like we have seen the simple form group creation. So if you want to like only one control, so about this delete one I have written, right. For this ID control, like we need to create the one more. I mean, like one more I will be creating the input directly, without the form and all. Delete to do. Now I want to enter the ID. See, this is an 200. Address is an 12 ID we are passing it, like we are able to delete the thing. This is the way. It's just like mock APIs because like we don't have the backend, but this is the same way how we'll be doing our CRUD operations. How we'll be doing our CRUD operations. These are the things of CRUD operations. Just like first is and get all things, get produced by ID. It's based on the user ID. It's based on the ID. It's based on like creating the post record, updating the record. Here we can put as a create to do, not the post. and like update to do, partial update to do, delete to do. This is the CRUD related operations. Any doubts in this CRUD operations? If any doubts, please raise over here. If any doubts, please raise over here. Okay, I hope this is clear. Patch is for only some part of it. Suppose if you want to update the thing, that time like partial update with the patch. But one thing you guys need to remember, not for all the APIs, status should be then only it says success. And one more is there just like 201 also. 201 is for the only create purpose. Remaining and all it will be 200. Okay? 201 is only in the case of create scenario. Whenever like you are getting the 201 or just like 200 status, that time only like you will be telling that this is a success. This operation is a success. That is how like we can easily figure it out, is everything fine or not. And next is a reactive forms. Like already we have seen it, just like a reactive forms, like how we'll be creating it, just like our advanced technique for our angular forms. To do any type of CRUD operations, to do any type of CRUD operations, let me show you guys like in the different scenarios. This is suppose if you want to maintain like only single form control in the for each single field itself, that time we can easily create a form control directly and bind in our HTML. This is an square brace of form control, like we can figure it here. Square brace of form control equal to form control name, like we can bind it and we can use easily. And next, after creating this form control, we can have some button to just like save the data or not. Suppose if you want to do validation, something like this form controls isn't required. That value isn't required. Like in our reactive forms, like we have the like required validation, something like asynchronous validators are available that I'm showing right now. If you put as validators are required, so just let me put the disable related logic over here. If you see here, this delete to do is an hidden. Delete to do is an hidden. So let me enter the phone number. So that is getting activated. Okay. It means that in full field value is an required. This is how we can easily do the validation for restricting a particular thing without showing anything. Like we can easily disable the particular, I mean, like button or something if the form control value is not entered. But suppose if we're doing in the template driven form with the ng model and all, we need to handle this logic manually by iterating something like every field is available or not. That not things like we can easily do it, but this reactive forms is an like advanced technique to do any type of operation. To implement the asynchronous operations. This is the one way of doing it. But we can create our custom validations also with the help of something like reactive forms. We can create our custom validations also. As well as we are having one more way to do just like for creating the form groups, form controls and all. Like we have the form builder is available. Form builder is available. We have the form builder. The form builder in the sense something like it will be using for to create a particular like reactive forms, form controller, form group or something. So instead of doing like manually, you can create an advanced form group, for example, equal to our this dot form builder dot group. We can easily pass our JSON and with the key value. For example, name, empty value, age, 0, comma, address, empty string. Like that way, we can easily create our form group also over here. Instead of like this way also like we can do it. Like let me create the same thing like above one. Let me comment those things. Form group equal to same way this data form builder dot group inside the JSON like we can easily pass our ID colon empty title colon empty and completed colon false. The UI there is no difference. If I just like click on create it, let me check it. Let me show you guys something like if I click on update thing, so this is got created. This is got created. This is the patch thing. This is the put thing. Just like we are doing the update thing. If you see here in the payload, the nothing is modifying. Like whichever the data we are entering it, same thing like it's going off. Something like that is the way how we can easily handle our logic to what the thing is happening like that. This is really like manually creating a form group and form controls and all. But whereas here, with the help of form builder, form group, like I can say it, by creating a form builder, form group, suppose if you want to do our validations, come on, validate is not required, we can pass it. If you see here, both the buttons got disabled until like I will be entering the ID, it won't enable. Same way, like if you want to do for all the fields, we can pass our validations over here, like before, like assigning the value. So that is an easy way to do it. If you see here, I have assigned like that. Here also like this. Let's see. Same way, like if I enter like ID also, it won't enable. If I enter title also, it won't enable. Until like filling the other things. Sorry, something is fishy. See, this boolean in the sense like either true or false, like it will be taking so that that button is getting enabled. It means this is with the one type of from validations to do things. Suppose if I want to show some error in the HTML, if they haven't entered any value, let me show you guys something like how we can do it. Like from group dot get id dot ls dot required value is the required. So if I add a question mark, that one no problem came. Like if you see here, this is value is coming, but like we need to maintain some classes for the error. So CS like how we will be passing it? Color as a red. If you see here, for ID like we have put a validation, ID value is required, title is required. Like that, like we can easily specify our based on some condition. Like what we are trying to do here with the form group, we're getting the ID control in that. Like we're checking the errors is available or not. If it's available, under that one, the required error is there or not. If it's there, like I'm showing that one. In the same way, for all the fields, like we can do the validation. But suppose if you're using the bootstrap or just like Angular material, it will provide something like mat error like that. Like you can easily figure it out the errors and you can easily show. If you see here, for the completed, like no value came because either it will allow true or false. If you see here, title, if I enter the value, it's going. If I enter the ID, like that is going. That is based on the condition like we have put in with the ng if. So it will decide either this error it should show or not, either this error it should show or not. We have seen our inbuilt validations. Suppose if you want to do our custom validations, that one remaining we will see tomorrow. Like you guys make a practice of these things on the like with the simple reactive forms on the like how we can create our form controls, form validations and all. Still depth like we can go ahead like min length, max length, email related, and numbers related and all. You can easily check it. And we can do our calculations also some of the things with the custom thing. Later on we can go to the RxJS. Any doubt in this?
If you got status as 204, what is the status for?
Do not 4.
Yeah.
If there is no content is coming like that time the status will be do not 4. Just for example, if you see here, they're just like status for do not 4, but if you see in the preview and like anything, there will be no response, no content is available. Like
Okay.
any other doubts? In the network, you guys easily find out something like, I mean, like what are all APIs and all calling from the which component and all, like it will be showing our everything, something like from where, like it is getting triggered. Like it's variable, like it from the don't.js, it is taking off, but in the some projects and all, like it will show from the which component, like it is getting called. But in the Angular, like it will be making the bundle, and in the network, like we can easily see what all APIs requests are going and like how it's calling. Like if you see here, each and everything like request URL, you can check it, what type of request method, status code, remote address. There's nothing something like what we are trying to consider for the request headers. By default, inbuilt like it is taking like accept JSON or application. And if you want, we can pass the custom also something like with the help of HTTP thing. With the help of HTTP, we can easily pass over in the service. directly like we are doing it. But suppose before going to the API, something like if you want to do some operation, like we can do it. Like I hope so. I haven't explained about interceptors. Like tomorrow, I will cover that as well. Like interceptors are pending. Just I will tell what is the interceptor. Like why we need to just like learn it. The interceptor in the sense something like for all the APIs request, for all the APIs request, if you want to do some common operation, something like passing authorization token, you can easily do it. You can easily do it. I hope something like all the cards, something like I have explained already. It's just like if you want to pass some common authorization token headers and all, you can do it, as well as error handling for all APIs in a single place. That is the way like I will show you like with the example how we can create it, and like you will have more clarity on that. Um, that's it for today. And tomorrow, like these interceptors and reactive forms, like we can finish stuff. And in one more class, like RJS concept, like we can wrap it up and like we can wind up our classes. If there is no doubt, like we can wind up the class. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Ara, for joining. We'll meet you tomorrow. Bye bye.